Straight Loud Entertainment on Facebook. Oh, we ain't got no Facebook yet. Straight Loud Entertainment on YouTube. Straight Loud Entertainment on Instagram. It's the Album Review Club. We end this month tonight. It's another Sunday. And we got another album.
Hey, tell me what's really going on. Fullo back up in this thing. I'm ready. What's happening? And what's going on, big dog? You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Oh, somebody mad. Why are you so sad? What happened this week?
Nah, we just, as you come in, we just gotta give you your proper greeting.
I ain't mad at it, nigga. The hate fuels me. You know what I'm saying? The hate keep me alive. You know what I'm saying? How you doing this week, black man? You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Would you say you are more or less blessed than Jason Tatum?
Um, you know, I'm just happy to be myself, man.
What we talking about, bro?
You got a weird obsession with light skinned people, man.
First of all, you have an unhealthy attraction to people who played for Duke. I'm trying to release you from that. I'm trying
Bro,
to get you out of here.
you lucky ain't got one in arm's distance. I definitely throw that flag up.
Yo, niggas be hating, bro. All I'm trying to say is this. I wish everybody in the NBA a healthy offseason.
There we go.
Hey, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican 40 in the house.
Get ready. It's going to be. I'll be back in 1 second.
Dos Equis Cuatro Cinco. That's the only Spanish I know. Also, shout out Luffy in the back. You know what I'm saying? Luffy in the straw hats. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it riding. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let nothing hold us back. All the real Panthers fans stand up. Also, shout to the brand. Shout to the brand. How you guys doing this week, man?
Doing pretty good, man.
That's what I'm talking about,
Got
bro.
my
You
boy
know what I'm saying?
SGA representing the hometown. Home country, not the hometown. That works.
Nah, man. Nah.
Send them jokers home.
Well, really?
Hey,
Really?
hey, hit that joke real quick. Carlos, them jokers.
All them jokers be like,
Them
wow,
jokers.
Carlos.
Look, man. All I gotta say is, it's a hard time in the U.S. when we root for Canadians to win the championship. But
Well, I mean, either way, there's a Canadian on each side. So, I mean,
wait, what do you mean?
Jamal Murray's from Canada.
Yeah, but he beat the Lakers, so he like super Canadian. It's like I got really root for his downfall.
What you got going on? Boy.
Fu, or you?
Hey,
Hey,
what's up, man?
a grande quattro.
Hola,
Quattro
amigo.
grande.
There you go. Hola, ¿cómo están? Konnichiwa.
Hola, mi
Hey,
amigo.
I'm going next time. I'm gonna wear my yukata and be speaking Japanese.
That could work too.
Sashimi.
I can see it.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. What do they call you? Gaijin.
Mm.
Gaijin. Daijongo, we call you Waigorin. I mean, you're not from here, big dog.
Tune in,
You know
tune
what I'm
in to
saying?
FX Shogun when you see me as one of the background characters. Like,
All
why is
right,
there a
man.
color? Why is the color samurai?
All right, man.
That samurai got a
Let's
taco in
go
his
ahead
hand.
and get
Artist
into
from
it.
the
We don't
same
have
house.
time for Quattro Cinco Seis. We ain't got time for all that, bro. What y'all drinking on, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Got that.
You know what I'm
Pumpkin
saying? It's a
pie.
little bit of Ciroc, a little
Pumpkin
bit of
pie.
Ciroc, but you know what I'm
No,
saying? Throw him in
pumpkin
jail.
cheesecake pie.
Throw him in jail. Throw away the key. Matter of fact, throw away the key and lather the bars up with baby oil. Let's go ahead and get it started, big dog.
Well,
This week,
Facts.
awkward transition.
we got a
Mid.
nice album, strong album. From speaking of people who are not from here, some Australians, Empire of the Sun. You know what I'm saying? One of their actually I forgot that this was. I've listened to this album for so long. It's their debut album, Walking on a
Yeah.
Dream. I'm give y'all a little bit of the tail of the tape because unfortunately Wu don't speak Australian. So, so
For the
album was
For the record,
released.
I
Wait,
haven't done.
you had your chance.
I
The
ain't did
album was
none of them. Just
released.
Oh
rotated.
no, he's
Album.
getting arrested.
I'm giving my tail to tape. Album was released October 3rd, 2008. All right, the best things come from October. Like your boy, man. Come on now. All right, and
Wait.
so
You mean like October's very own?
anyway, that's
OVO.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's back to what I was saying. I know what this Canadian niggas talking about. It was did numbers. It did numbers. It won awards, all types of stuff in Australia, but and also did a lot of numbers in Europe as well. But typically, this type of music, like really good electronic, like pop type music, doesn't do like crazy numbers in the U.S. The only real bands who did like numbers in the U.S. around this time with this type of music was like MGMT. Shout out to them. But long story short, in Australia, because that's the only numbers I can really like use, they sold 200,000 records. They went apparently in Australia, adjusted for inflation, that's triple times platinum. Shout out to them. They won the best album of the year at I guess what Australia considers their Grammys. And even though they didn't blow up in the United States, they did go gold, 500,000. You know what I'm saying? 500,000 straight up album sales. And yeah, man, I've been listening to this band for a very, very, very long time. I am a big fan of their creativity. The sound, I've always been enthused by the sound of like electropop slash psychedelic pop, which is like once again, MGMT, the Rapture used to dabble in this as well. Foster the People used to dabble in this. And these boys, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be able to give this to the album review club. I keep blessing y'all. Some would say my biggest flaw is that I care too much. But my second biggest flaw is that I give too much. I keep giving y'all just magic. So, out of all three of you bums, you know what I'm saying? What y'all
Hey,
done heard
Fullo,
about Empire of the Sun?
can
Because
I
what's
do
the
a
name?
quick?
Because when I brought up Empire of the Sun last week, the first thing Cheddar and 40 was, man, I heard this shit, man. I heard this song, man. So, what are you guys' experience with the wondrous duo that is Empire of the Sun? 40, you go
Fullo,
first. My bad, El
Fullo.
Quattro.
Can we also break something down though? Did you hear them? So did you hear this album before it became like a special edition? Because I could only find the special edition variation of this album or the anniversary edition.
First of all, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like to use all those big words at me. That's one. But two, what I'll say is this: when I originally heard this, it was only the iTunes bonus track, so 11. It had breakdown up there, and then Cheddar, because he's like tapped into a whole bunch of like extraneous like additions, found somehow a 24 song version of the
Oh,
album,
oh, you
Oh, you
got
got the
which
you
I
got
didn't
the
even know
you like with
existed.
the
you
iTunes.
call it the club remixes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, just
They
a
had the
bunch of
A, B,
remixes.
C, and D sides. It was all
Yeah.
So it's
I put,
like
hey,
yeah. So I heard it when it was like back to like 10 or 11 songs. So I
okay.
heard like I guess what you would consider the original cut of the album.
Okay, got you. I wanted to bring that to the attention of everybody because there is a chance that it would be, sometimes a lot of these like older albums, which is crazy to say when like 2008 is like older albums
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Um,
man, that's old as hell, man.
and you just like think about you're like I could say like 1990s, but like when like you actually have full technology, and you're like, no, this is old because they don't have the original anymore. Like you can't find the original album. It's just like only the earliest we can get is the bonus track. It's like, wait, what? So what about the vinyl though?
It's like they act like, well, the original album was lost to time. You was like, me, 2008. Just like,
Yeah,
I
it's
will
true.
say I was skeptical about the underratedness of it, but considering it came out in 2008 and what styles of music were going on during that time frame, and if you compare them to the people that were like that you have actually brought out during that time frame, they never really got their clout. Even though nowadays people know the "Walking on the Dream" song.
everybody knows this song. What is it? Wiz for on Cushion Orange Juice. He sampled. They sampled them for the Thrill. Mac
Hmm.
Miller sampled them as well. Yeah, man. So it's like people love their instrumentals, but like as far as them as a band individually, not a lot of people in you know what I'm saying United States stand up. Everybody but Cheddar stand up. But it's just like everybody didn't really like jump onto them. You know what I'm saying? Pause, no
Okay.
diddy. But Cheddar, what about you, big dog? What have you
Um,
heard about the illustrious electronic psychedelic duo Empire of the Season? What you heard, big dog?
I'll say I didn't know much. I've never specifically, excuse me, heard of this group. It's just that song "Walking on a Dream." Really, but it's like is I hear it all the time at work. But it's like on a play like a radio station or whatever that plays like Fleetwood Mac, this like Hall and Oates all the time. So like if you asked me, I
Hey,
would have
big shout out
thought,
to Hall and
yeah,
Oates.
big shout. Actually, yeah, big
Big
shout out
shout
Hall and
out,
Oates.
big
We
shout
should
out to
do
Hall
one of
and
the albums at some point. But if you had asked
I've never
me.
expected you to say Fleetwood Mac. That's cool.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's
Fleetwood
cool.
Mac songs and like Stevie Nicks songs pop up all the time and stuff like that. So it's like if you had asked me when this, like, I just assumed this was a song from that time period, like from back then, anyway, because it kind of the music kind of sounds like it's from like the '80s or something like that, low key.
Mm,
So it's like I just assumed it was from this. So when I found out it was from 2008, I was like, oh wow, I'm kind of
mm,
surprised because it sounds like
mm.
it kind of came from way back.
sounds
But
like it sounds like a journey. It sounds like a time machine. I don't even know how to describe this album. We're gonna get into that. And of course, the last has been kept because he is least. Woo, what'd you think about
Wait,
that?
real quick,
Wait.
real quick. Just touch on
Last
what Forty
time.
said. Like some of the albums that dropped in 2008 was stuff like "I Am Sasha Fierce" by Beyonce. Yeah, the Carter Three dropped.
God damn.
um,
That's
Taylor
wild.
Swift dropped "Fearless." 808 and Heartbreaks dropped in 2008. Like some other
Also,
stuff. Three
hey,
Doors Down dropped. Three Doors
shut up.
Down.
Hey, let's keep the Kanye mentions to a minimum. Right now, you know what I'm saying? This is going through a
Mariah
rough
Carey
stage.
dropped "Eagles," MC Squared. Alicia Keys dropped "As I Am." You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of crazy albums that dropped that year that wasn't this album.
Factual. So underrated, the title fits, and then of course, Woo. What
Yeah,
about
Woo, go ahead,
you?
man.
I don't know, man. This joint did go triple platinum somewhere, so I don't
Here
know.
we
Underrated.
go.
I don't
Oh
know.
man, here we
I don't
go.
know.
Here we go.
But I have an argument for this. Technically speaking, like there's a lot of like if we go by like basketball players, right? There's a lot of basketball players that are lost to time that have won like multiple championships, MVPs and shit. But like people don't remember them because like that's either one they were playing during an era where no one was really like vibing with it, and so it wasn't like their records weren't really as important. Because there was like certain areas in basketball where like no one really paid attention to it until like certain things were happening, and then they're like, oh wait, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and stuff. So there is a certain time where people have like a lot of these old greats go like, yeah man, this guy had a great shot, but also have you heard of Drazen Petrovic? Dude was crazy. He dropped 40 on Jordan. No one wanted to deal with that, and he was speaking Russian and talking shit. So I think there's certain things we got to be careful.
Yeah, man, be careful. Hey, long story short, be careful, Woo. Be careful. That's all he's trying to tell
Be
you.
prepared.
Be careful about what.
Wu-Tang Clan coming at
I never heard 40 so passively threaten someone before. He's like, hey
I
man.
don't even know what the threat was. Like, be careful about what.
Motherfucker
Um,
said, be careful.
um, well, shoot. Everybody heard "Walking on a Dream." That joint get played. Um, I mean, shoot.
you.
I ain't know who it was. I the song sing along with it at work because you done heard it so many times.
You
But
damn right you sing along. Yeah, you right. Keep
I
talking.
It
mean,
was
but yeah, this was
that's when I was dropped
definitely
2008. But go ahead.
this is definitely an interesting listen, and I think you're gonna be surprised.
Yeah, let's get into it, big dog. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put Woo first. Woo always tends to go last for some reason. We're gonna make him first this time. Woo, what the highlight gonna be?
It ain't a lot. All right,
Oh,
all
oh, he
right.
just went with a mask off.
Uh,
He was-
I'm, it's hard not to like "Walking on a Dream." Of course, that's
Damn
our
right.
classic. So if we're not including that, "We Are the People." It sounds like it should be like on 2K or something like that.
Damn.
It sounds like one of the little lobby joints that you
I feel like
eventually.
it was. I feel
Yeah,
it
it
was.
would shoot. We could probably look into
Yeah.
that. I like "Tiger by My Side," but only the high pitch side of it. I don't like.
Tiger by my side, shout in the cheddar.
But only.
I put that on the track for you.
But I repeat. But only the high pitch part of that joint. And yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the space shuttle sounds and the singing and stuff and the words and the lyrics and stuff. It was all inspirational.
I enjoy the
It
fact
sounds
that it
like
was an
poetry
album
to
that was
me.
Hey,
played.
It sounds
it,
like poetry to me. My man said I
it
enjoyed
truly felt like a
singing.
time machine, and I was kind of upset when I realized it dropped in 2008 instead of
Yeah.
like 1980 something.
Yeah.
Wait,
That may
where did you
have
guys hear
played
like
out.
the
I don't
like
know.
80s? Like,
Huh?
what are you hearing that makes you think like 80s? Because
It just
for me,
sounds older. Like
Yes. Oh,
I don't know.
is it because like there was like probably something that you heard that would have been like an 80s song that then sounds like very similar?
Yeah,
Because
I
it
guess
was
it's the
like
style,
David Bowie,
especially the
like
style that he
too.
sings it. That they singing is very 80s esque. Or I guess I don't know if 80s is the right time period, but like older than the 90s.
No. You're right. You're right. So
yeah.
this band, one of the things that attracts me to them, or attracted me to them to begin with, is the fact that like I'm a big fan of hair metal. Hair metal had its
Man, we don't
heyday
need all
too.
this extra shit,
Shut
bro.
up.
Get
Shut
to
up.
it.
Shut up.
I'm
Shut
a,
up.
I'm a big
So
fan
it's
of
just
hair
like
metal.
I
I
will
like
say one
your
band,
bald
and
headed
me going back and
ass
really
can't
like
listen
doing
to
a
no
deep
hair
dive.
metal, nigga.
Hold on. Me going back and doing a deep
What
dive
is we
with
talking
them
about?
this week. They remind me at points, not all the time, of
I
Journey.
like hair metal, nigga.
Journey
What?
Journey was really big on like these
uh,
big like theatrical like performances, and that's what this sounds like. Even though actually, if, I don't know if you guys watched any of their live YouTube clips, their performances
I
are
meant to.
like goddamn carnivals. Shit's wild. But yeah, man. All right, Cheddar, on you, big dog.
Uh, so let's see highlights for me. Yeah, "We Are the People" was a highlight. And like leaving "Walking the Dream" off. "We Are the People" was a highlight for me. You know, I actually like country. Country didn't have any words on it, but I liked it. Because a lot of times, a lot of these songs, like I zone out and not listen to the words. So like they have just straight instrumental that like was nice. I was like, oh, that's dope. Um, I actually kind of wish country was the first song on the album, just because I don't know. Listen, I know we're probably never gonna do Logic, but what's one thing I do applaud about Logic is he always has a very strong instrumental for his very first track, and it's a nice little intro to an album like that. It's like to start off with no words, a little you're in the lobby waiting. But anyway, uh, Tiger by My Side, I like that one a lot. Probably top five, but I squeezed out the top three. Without You, I like Without You a lot. Yeah,
Wow,
Without You was
unexpected
fire.
surprise.
Um,
Okay.
and I like the way Half Mast. This is a little nitpick or whatever, like or not nitpick, but like I like the way Half Past goes right into "We Are the People" really nicely. That was a nice little touch.
I
I
know,
It ain't the original.
kind of wish, huh?
That's happened on like the last 3 albums we done.
Yeah, no.
So,
I like it when the song flows
and,
right into. I kind of wish they done that with all their transitions of all the songs because like
and the safe to say,
it's
I don't like that shit.
you have a grand scheme of like you have a really strong grand scheme of what's going on in the album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all intentional, whatever. But it's fine. This is one song. It was good. And Chrysalis was probably off disc too. I guess if it was disc too, I'd like that one kind of sort of. You might not have heard that one Fullo because it was like one of the deluxe cuts. It's like
Yeah, the 10th
Jesus Christ,
anniversary
Jenna,
edition kind of
why,
kicks
why,
in.
why do you do this?
The 10th, yeah,
He's
but
like,
yeah.
my bad. You guys probably didn't hear it. You had to defeat the boss in the first half of the
Oh no!
game in
Oh,
order to
no!
go
Oh
back
no! No!
and find the secret
Let's put facts to facts. Me and Kofi both said we was listening to Deluxe, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. You know
But
what? Okay.
But no, and I will say like looking at the album cover, I actually did a little. I just peeked at their Wikipedia page just a minute ago. But like, because even the album cover, like a lot of these songs, like it reminds you of like Circus Olay type of stuff, right? And come to find out, like one of them had like done like a lot of work with Circus
Yep.
Olay, some company, I don't know which one or whatever, but like so like it makes a lot of sense. Like there's a lot of Circus Olay vibes coming out of this, which is kind of dope. Um, but yeah, so 40 big El Cuatro,
the
what you got?
yeah. Now I did enjoy the fact that it kind of gives like they do really good scout like soundscapes, which I kind of get why you want like just like a silent track at the start.
Yeah.
In fact, a song I liked was Etude, which was on their bonus stuff, which is basically just an etude. I don't know if it's probably
Mm.
pronounced Etude
I
or
didn't like that one
Etude.
as much, but yeah.
Well, it's just like a good way to like build into because I think standing on the shore is also one I like. I like it as a title track, but I would really like it if it came as a second song into
Hmm.
Walkie. Like if they go and kind of slowly build into like
Okay.
kind of get into the dreamscape of it. And then I definitely like Tiger by My Side. I think that was the problem is that it is a long song and there's different changes throughout. It's kind of the problem that like a Pink Floyd would have, where they're like, look, I know that the song's pretty much done, but we got to build into something else. And you're like, okay, but like just make it two separate tracks. And it's like, no, but you don't understand how tracks work. It's like motherfucker, like bastards. But yeah, no, those would be my three choices. if I'm not allowed to put the bonus stuff on there, I would pick country because I listened to country a couple times and I was like, the problem is it comes right after Delta Boy, which is like
Yeah.
it's like right in
Yeah.
smack dab between Delta Bay and the world, and it's
Yeah.
like the country needs to find its own little place. We need to find a country for country. But anyways, I'll pass it off.
All right. Well, nah, man. So here's the deal. I'm gonna keep it kind of short. I'll say top three. Top three for me are Half Mast, Delta Bay, and man, did I gain like a new appreciation for like Tiger by my side. So here's the deal. So Half Mast is like it is. I listen to Empire of the Sun about almost as often as I listen to Jeezy. So like every
Wow.
fucking week, every fucking month, and so Half Mast is one of my gym songs. Like when it's time to like take the fuck up and go up, that's one of my songs that I go to because there's 40's right on the whole soundscape thing. There's just so much going on that track that I'm
I
just
think
like,
it's da, 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 da.
but no. So it's just like Half Mast is just like an energy explosion. Pause. No Diddy. And then it's like Tiger by My Side is just like I just forgot how strong they finished the album. Because like when I listen to this album, when I go back and listen to the album,
Woo! You
I
ain't listening
typically
to the deluxe though.
I go back and
Deluxe,
I listen to like the
grandma.
first. I can like for me, it's like the first five no skips. But it's like I forgot how they ended it, and like I forgot Tiger by My Side and Without You is like a very very strong ending. And then last but not least, Delta Bay. Delta Bay is also one of those things where it's just like it's just so much going on the track. It's if you fuck with it, it's you know what Delta Bay is like One Piece, where it's like man, there's too much going on. But if you like it, there's not enough going on. There's plenty of things for you to get in, plenty for you to fit in. And so yeah, man. Yeah, those are. But I'll be real with you on some cheddar shit. I like every song on this album. I like every single fucking song on this album. I play every single song on this album, and I will say it's kind of a nice little news to me that people like country because I was listening to the album this week. I was like, man, they're probably gonna hate country. But nah, man, sometimes the music surprise, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wait, my bad. All real niggas gonna love country, but all the fake niggas gonna, yeah, there we go. Hey, there we got one. Hold on. we got one.
Hey,
But nah, man, all right, so low lights. What we're gonna do for low lights is since we know
hey,
Mark gonna
hey,
since we know Mark gonna be
uh,
hating. Since
hey,
we know Mark gonna be hating. He
hey,
already you can tell by the lights
hey,
flashing, you can tell by the
hey,
lights flashing on his
hey,
screen that he listening to Empire of the Sun right
hey.
now. Go
Listen
ahead,
good.
Mark.
For the starter, hey yo, brother sounded like he had stumped his toe and then hopped on beat when it came to Half Mast. But the thing that killed me the most, I mean, I was kind of back and forth with it. Like sometimes it's kind of like an Outcast vibe. Sometimes I get it's like sometimes you like one nigga on the song, the other one's kind of like they
Mm.
both good, and then other songs they might both be bad. Like it's back and forth with me on that. But on Standing on the Shore, especially towards the end, in Delta
Oh
Bay,
nah. Oh
hey,
nah.
You didn't like
hey,
Standing
bruh,
Up by the Shore? That's
Wow.
he said
you didn't like.
Standing on the Shore, especially towards the end,
Mm.
and Delta Bay, bruh, sound like a homosexual ghost that only haunts niggas in the closet. Alright, but once you get into like it's like a weird stretch, and it might lead into like the extra. Cause for me it was like what I think 16 songs. So once it leads to like that end part with like I want to say it was like country, the world, and maybe like swordfish, hot kiss.
Mm.
Um, I feel like country was a pointless little interlude. It slows the album down because the album starts off quick. It starts off fire at the beginning, but country slows it down. And then when you get to the world and swordfish, you can throw both of them away.
I will, I
You know what I'm saying?
will say, I forgot how gay Swordfish Hot Kiss Night was. I was just like, it's a super gay song.
Um,
Yeah.
so when it comes to
Oh yeah.
the world, I feel like I don't know. Every single time I listen to it, it sounds like it would sound better if it was Lil Wayne when he was going through his little singing spell.
Which song?
The world,
Uh,
okay. Lil
actually,
Wayne, he
I
got
would
the
if it was
extra.
featuring Little Wayne, that would be kind of crazy though. Because then it's like, how did this album not blow up?
He got that extra hand to
It
it.
just blew away. Go
Um,
ask the world a question.
on the back, even if it was
We
Lil
be
Wayne,
got baby.
even
Nah,
if it was,
man. Nah, that's mad disrespectful. I'm gonna be real.
even if
I'm gonna be real,
even,
bro.
Goes
even if it
into the
was,
book of Joyce.
yeah, baby. Even if it was Lil Wayne, I still probably hate that song. But breakdown.
Ask the world a question. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, don't get me started.
Um,
Like shit.
breakdown's trash. Um,
He tripping,
Breakdown.
bro.
breakdown
He tripping, bro.
trash. Girl is but especially with what was it, Etude or whatever it's called at the end of it.
And
I
two.
feel you slowed out the album, and you just put a random instrumental to end it off. So
I feel like romance to me. Like, what y'all feel about romance to me? As it's
I
like
like romance.
technically a
I,
bonus track.
I said romance to me, is it might be that joint that was like sound like a high school rom com.
I I was torn. Like I would have liked it more if he didn't have that effect going like the entire like every time he said a verse on it.
The
It
robot,
would have.
the
I
robot.
probably would have liked it more if he was actually sang on it because I like this. I like the instrumental. It's just I get tired of listening to that singing in a fan voice, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't really care
Oh,
about that.
the robot, like Bootsy Collins
Yeah,
type.
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it was like
I kind of liked it
That's
though
fair.
because of
Fair.
what they
That's
do,
fair.
right?
I think if it was just maybe like the pieces of it that they did that, and actually had like some actual singing in other parts of it, I might have been fine with it. But yeah.
I'm gonna defend this album slightly because I don't want to. I don't want. That is Jared's. That is the
oh,
Fullo
oh,
job. I don't want to. I don't want to.
flag. Let me go first. Let me go.
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like some of these songs you can fade out a little bit quicker versus putting a whole bunch of the UFO beaming like spaceship shit at the end of it. Like we got a whole extra minute just
That's part of it.
and then he come through
That's
moaning like a
part.
ghost.
Wait. Hold on. Jeezy got his ad libs. They got lasers and shit blowing up in the background and spaceships taking off. Nigga, that's part of it.
Well, we can shorten this trip. Like, come on now.
Imagine how short Jeezy songs would be if you took out all the ad
it,
libs.
it'll technically still be the same length.
First, I'm going to stack my flow, and then I'm going to stack some more.
It don't feel the
And
same,
I'm
do it,
gonna
Cheddar? It don't, you
stack
know what I'm saying?
some
It don't
more.
feel the same.
Pew pew pew. But go ahead, Cheddar.
uh, yeah, I'd say it's funny because Delta Bay. I didn't like the beginning of it. Like once you like the very very beginning, kind of turned me off of it. The way he's singing in the beginning of it, but then the like bits and pieces of the song I liked. But Swordfish Hot Kiss Night. To quote "Standing on the Shore," all I hear is noise.
All right,
um,
and that's a wrap. That was great. That was a great one. All I hear is.
um, Same thing with breakdown. Breakdown, I hate the screaming on it, and like, I maybe if you change the pitch of that like beat a little bit, I'd vibe with it more. But I just wasn't a big fan of it. Outside of that, I'd put "Without You" as a low light, or the new version of "Without You," only because the original version was fine. It didn't
Yeah.
need to add a little bit more of a techno vibe to it. That's not necessarily like a full techno remix. It's like a newer version that's a little bit more peppy. You can leave that alone. The original was fine. It was good.
Okay,
Um,
that's fair.
that's it. Because I don't really have too many lowlights other than those ones. I didn't care too much for that E2 instrumental at the end, but it was fine. Yeah, you know.
All right, bet.
Go ahead,
40.
40.
Oh, so all right. One thing I want to say, I think I was reading that, and I'm not sure. This is going to be a Fullo question. I think the album itself, when they made it, they were doing it because the way they organized it was for the same way that they go and do their live shows. Because their like the live shows are like one of the key things. So a lot of times, like these songs that are kind of like they're like instrumentals or they're just out there or they seem kind of weirdly placed. It probably works better from like a
Gotcha.
It'd
visual
be a
standpoint.
bridge from
Perspective.
one set to another
Uh-huh.
set is what they would
Yeah.
say. Like,
A way to like have one person up on stage and then switch out instruments or whatnot. And like romance to me, I actually think it's kind of cool if you were to see it live and they're like performing it because it's very theatrical and like having like enjoyed like Pink Floyd, David Bowie's like cats that are gonna do great soundscapes, utilize the instruments properly, and then kind of tell a story throughout. This album does a really good job with that. But the things that someone unfortunately ruined a lot of the stylings of Empire of the Sun for me. And it was because I was watching a clip of someone listening to Walking on a Dream, and they said that they sing pouty. And because, like, you're like that. And unfortunately, I could not get past that. And so when I heard the world, and it's like, I'm asked the world a question, I didn't like it. But I want to say specifically, this is a week of listening to it, which means that like I wasn't like I'm an Animal Collective fan, and they kind of do the same kind of weird out there. Like they have an idea of what they're trying to send, and either you're gonna vibe with it, or maybe like 2 years down the line, you might go and pick it up and you go, oh, I get it, or I'm in a better space now. I can kind of be able to vibes because I was listening to the lyrics. The lyrics are deep and they have meaning, but they're also something that wasn't really echoing with me. But that's a week of just trying to figure out what they're trying to go for.
Like,
I
and
didn't
also,
like.
let's be fair. Let's be fair. On some of those songs, the lyrics are like I've listened to the song. I've listened to this album for over 10 years. Some of the lyrics on these songs are patently insane.
Well, yeah,
Like, I don't know if they have any meaning.
well, yeah.
It
So like
just sounds like
I actually went through a couple of the songs that I was like, there has to be something here, and they were just like, no, this is just them writing about like the two band members reuniting and just being like, man, I really love you, bro, kind of thing. Like that's like that or whatever, right? So it's one of those things where it's like almost inside jokes that unless you know, you wouldn't know. Which shout out to them. That's what I like about Animal Collective and other groups that kind of sometimes just go like, hey, we just create our little cult, our little group that people are gonna fuck with it or not. I didn't like Swordfish Hot Kiss Night, and I want to specifically talk about the songs that I didn't like on the original album and not do like any of the weird stuff. Because a lot of times, like if you're a Gorillaz fan, you get a lot of decent. You get a lot of stuff that like they were just like they were cooking. The cookies came out burnt and they just threw it away. And then people were like, well, I'll still eat them though. And they're like, all right, well, we'll sell them to you. So like a Swordfish Hot Kiss Night, you could take that off and you could just change it with something else. I think that would. But I think from a live perspective, it's a hype song.
Try.
It's energized. I mean, yeah, but like it's energy, and it comes right after the world, which is really downbeat, like downward slope, and then just picks back up with Swordfish. But anyways, and then I didn't like Without You, and it's really just because it didn't stick with me. I think it's maybe because of Tiger by My Side already like took that energy. It just without you, but that's a week of listening to it. So like maybe it's one of those things where I'm like more concussed with all the other sounds. But yeah, no, that's kind of my top. That's my three that I wasn't really vibing with. Delta Bay was gonna get on there, but there's parts of Delta Bay that I actually kind of really like what they try to do, and there's like there's a lot of sound and a lot of like expression.
There's a lot of noise.
Well, there's a lot of noise, but like it's expression. Like I think the first three songs, "Standing on the Shore," "Walking on a Dream," "Half Mast," they kind of follow the same like dance beat of that like boom 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 boom. But they kind of
one thing that killed me is that these niggas would do a whole bunch of extra stuff on one song and then end the song with just a basic ass drum beat. It's like,
well, it's kind of like what DJs do when like a lot of DJs when you go to clubs, like when it's like just like featuring a DJ, sometimes they'll like start slowing it back down to let people kind of get back into like. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying for the listeners out there, all the listeners,
DJ before, man. Come on,
all the good kids at home that stay home and do their homework.
Man,
don't do no drunk shit.
Hey, moving on.
Yeah, let's keep going.
If it makes you feel any better, Woo, they don't stop doing that. They do that shit on the next album. And the next album's doing that just fine.
And another one.
Hey, so for me, Low Lights, honestly, man, I'll be real. This is me nitpicking. It's weird. I didn't find myself Swordfish Hotfish Night. I felt the same about that when I first heard it like 10, 12 years ago, and I still feel the same now. Which is just like it's definitely a song on the album. And I would say that's probably it for me because it's the only song that I can't replay up here a lot of times. I feel like what the disconnect was is that like the song is so soundscape and so very strong instrumentally that when it comes to Swordfish Hot Kiss the Night, I'm kind of just like there's like none of that's there. Not really. Like none of that's there. It's more lyric dependent, and the lyrics are, as I said before, there's nothing wrong with it. Incredibly gay. This is like the lyrics are incredibly gay, but I was just kind of like, hey man, it's that's what they wanted to do. If I had to, this is really me nitpicking. If I had to choose one more song up here, it probably would be probably Without You, but like, so I don't play Without You a lot, but so, wait, I don't play Without You a lot, but it's because of like the type of song that it is. You're not gonna play that song a lot. Like there's certain songs off of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers where it's just like this song's kind of heavy. It doesn't mean the song's bad. I'm just not gonna listen to the song a lot because the subject matter is kind of heavy. But beyond that, man, nah, man, this is a home run for me. So I got too many low lights. So we're gonna move. See, this is how Fullo albums typically move. You know what I'm saying? We go right through the whole thing. Now we're gonna spin this bitch into reverse. 40.
Mm.
What's your rating for the album, big dog?
Am I
No,
allowed to
not that.
give it
No,
two?
no, no, that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful.
Nah, you only
El
get one.
Quattro.
Bro.
El Quattro.
You,
El
you,
Quattro. Shoot.
you only get one, bro. You only get one.
All right. So
ratings.
if I want to give two ratings only because the original what the album I actually did was the 10th anniversary edition,
Okay.
which then adds more songs to it, which is like a problem because then you go and like hear it and you're like, okay, this is like if it's 16 tracks, then you have to judge it based off of more tracks, and some of those are throwaway tracks, which unfortunately takes the album down. I think if it's just the 10 songs, it's like a B for me, and that's because there's songs on here, like there's songs that they've like hit their sound, but there's songs on here that either A, they just haven't gelled for me. There's certain there's certain things that just like for a week of certain bands, it takes longer than a week to like really absorb what's going on. And I could definitely tell that as the days were going by, there was songs that started hitting that it weren't hitting before. So I'm gonna be fair and give it like a B. I wasn't gonna go too low. If you go and do all like the 16 songs that I listened to, it would be a C plus. But that's because a lot of those are just throwaway tracks that just exist for fans and like, hey, if you like this, here's something they were working on, which you can appreciate, but when you judge it on an album basis, it gets a little bit lower. But yeah, no, I would do a B. At least on the original album.
All right, Cheddar.
Maybe because in order for, like I said, I think I said last week, something to hit like a level of an A or higher, it's got to be tracks that specifically take off. I'm like, let me add this to my playlist. Let me like go back this more and more. So I wouldn't say that. But maybe I just need to. Maybe I need to tap into this Australian music because similar to the unknown mortal engine orchestras
Yo,
You
Mo
can say
left.
UMO. UMO is
I'm mad.
that's the place.
I'm mad. He had all the right words, but he added more words into the name.
but
That's the South.
similar to them, if this comes up on my shuffle, I will give it a listen. Like I'm not gonna search for it. I'm not gonna add it anywhere. But if it comes up again, I will take some seconds. I will listen to it when it comes back up. So maybe, like I said, maybe I just needed to listen to more Australian music, man, because apparently they got tapped into what Cheddar likes. But I give it a B plus. I give it a solid B plus.
Whoa. What about you?
All right, I'll rock with what Justin said. I'll go with them 10 songs. Um, shoot, you give me the deluxe, you got a seal in your hands. But I dropped a C plus on it simply because Walking on a Dream is a classic. That one definitely getting taken away. But we getting a C plus for this one because I mean, it is okay, and a lot of this was just okay. For the songs that I really liked, there was a couple songs on the opposite end that was trash. So I mean, but yeah, once you start adding in them deluxes and all that stuff, woo, you got a rough time on your hands.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and
I
bring
honestly
peace.
think like 10 songs at
Let
a
me let
shorter
me
time frame.
let me
So,
bring peace back
Man,
to the
go
world.
ahead, go
You
ahead.
know,
let 40 talk real quick,
I
man.
was sent to
Damn.
lead the wilds into the ways of the man. That was me. It was food. I'm gonna say this, man.
All right, man. We appreciate it. All right, so for next week, we'll be.
I'm giving this an A plus, son. I bang this album all the fucking time. This is my shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is what the fuck we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We talking about electronic pop. Y'all like I didn't pull fucking Foster the People out of here. Like I fuck with that sound. I fuck with like Mike Snow. Shout out to the Norwegian bands too. Like I love when people are able to modernize like the techno slash psychedelic sound because I love psychedelic rock. That shit is drug fueled rage and pleasure. And this is one of those fucking albums where it's not even like super duper hardcore rock. It's like if you took psychedelia and threw that bitch into electronic music, and the shit just works sometimes. It's banger after banger after banger. Standing on the shore, walking on a dream, half mast, boom, boom, boom. It's like getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, but the more times he hits you, the better you
Man,
do. That's what this album feels.
The more times they hit you, the gamer you
this
become.
is like getting in
So
the
I feel fantastic. I love this album. This is the shit, bro. A plus.
this is like getting in the ring with like your 6-year-old nephew, and you just let him hit you with a whole bunch of soft shots.
It's like getting in the ring with gold dust.
You know,
Hey,
this album is very
wait.
similar
That's
to like
definitely swordfish, hot fish. Good night. That's that's definitely that.
this album kind of
All right,
gives.
man. All right. I forgot. We got somebody. We got somebody. We
Man,
got
go ahead, 40. 40
Oh,
was talking, man. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like the Gorillaz Demon Days album, and then as you watch him go from Demon Days to like Plastic Beach, and even some of like the D-side stuff, if you follow like the Gorillaz trajectory, it that's a really good band to then go and do like a lateral movement into Empire of the Sun. Not to say it's like actually like a 1-to-1 lateral, but there's a lot of like electronic dance,
Okay.
pop.
Okay.
There's a lot of
I can see the
soundscape.
vision. I can see the
Really?
vision.
There's a lot of electronic stuff on Demon
Yeah.
Days? I didn't
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
with
Dude,
gorillas
the
like
Green
that. So like
World, oh
What?
Green World, and then it goes
What?
into Dare, like it's
There's all electronic.
I know
yeah.
I didn't follow anything past like whatever that second album was
We'll do,
really. Like I didn't pay too much
we'll do
attention to it.
Demon Days one day.
Demon
We'll
Days
do
was
Demon
the
Days
second
one day.
album. Yeah.
What was the
Demon
first
Days was
album?
the second one. Yeah, Gorillaz was the first. Demon Days was the second.
When
You're
did Clint
thinking,
Eastwood come on? Which album was that
you're
on?
probably
That's
thinking about
Gorillaz'
Plastic Beach.
first album.
What's that big song on the second album?
Plastic Beach. He's thinking about Plastic Beach.
Oh.
No. You're thinking of Demon Days, but Feel Good Inc. Feel
Yeah.
Good, Windmill,
That was
Windmill.
Demon
Oh, yeah,
Days?
that's Demon Days. Yeah,
Oh.
That's
but
not.
that whole album is very like that's 2004, and then this
Feel good. Okay, got you.
yeah, and then
Yeah, I didn't know you
Plastic
guys
Beach
feel
actually is
good.
even more like that, and a lot of the modern Gorillaz stuff, which I'm not a real big like fan of that style of sound. It's very similar to like it's not similar, it's in the realm. I
Okay.
think that's the fair way to
Okay. Yeah. It's on the perimeter where if you can fuck with it, you might be able to penetrate the bubble. No dick.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't just jump headfirst into like a genre that has been gatekept by someone else. It's like all right, guys, you never listened to any spoken word before? Go into Jeezy, baby. It's like, whoa, hold up now. You don't even know the language that's being used at this point. Let's start you off fresh. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, go ahead.
What are we doing next week? 40 or Woo?
All right, man.
This is gonna be the Muppets album. Let's do it. VeggieTales, baby. Underrated. Let's go and get
Like
VeggieTales.
it's a big boy album.
Oh snap!
A big boy solo album.
You're getting the puppy album.
I've been thinking about it all month. I was trying to figure out, somebody who I felt like was underrated, but I also like, you know what I'm saying? So I started trying to figure out who I like.
He gonna choose Logic. He gonna choose Logic.
All right, and we're gonna listen to Frank Ocean tonight. It's like
I felt like we need to do somebody that should be remembered in time. A king, if you will.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Somebody from the MI.
The deep south.
Letter.
Say it again.
Crooked letter.
That's it. That's decent.
My motherfucking country cousin, Big Crit.
Let's do it, big dog. Can't remember the time. Stop playing with me.
We are going to be
Cadillacica.
doing his debut album,
Oh.
Live from the Underground. And hey, if you got subs in your car, now's the time to plug the mugs in.
If you got subs in your car, now's the time to pray for them. now's the time to pray for them.
So we going live.
oh, can we do the non-explicit album? Let's do the one without swear words. Let's really.
Can we do the one where they took all the bass out?
I want the spoken word crit.
Speaking of country cousins, shout out to Smino, Country Cousin Tour, live right now, coming to a city near you.
215. I should still have this.
Hold on, which
take your girl
album
to
is
a
it? Hey,
Smino
hey,
show.
woo, which album is it?
Live
Live from
from
the underground.
Live from Underground.
Listen,
That was a what's that mixtape?
it says debut album.
All right, bet. Say less.
Hey, during this time, this is shoot. That's one guy on the big crit, Forever in a Day.
Oh, my
And he
sub
dropped
part
it,
two.
and then I went back and started listening to some of his older joints. I was like, oh shoot,
Fire.
he was putting out some fire.
Money on the float, lighters on the dreaded man, pop my top, no one can do it better. Y'all know about that shit. Shut up, Justin. Don't try to nod your head. You don't know yet. Wait till next week.
hey,
Wait till
hey,
next
I know
week.
enough. I know about them 215.
Let's fucking get into it, dog. All
All
right, you
that
know what I'm saying? You know what? I was worried that Wu was gonna choose Logic or J. Cole or somebody like that, but nah, man.
J. Cole is properly rated. Logic.
Logic is borderline
You're right.
overrated.
He is properly overrated. Hey, and also shout out to 40. Big Crit's real name is Justin. It all circles back around. It
Is it?
all circles back around.
We should have.
the true, the
Wait,
true
Cadillac
underrated.
is the second album?
Damn,
Damn.
Cadillac.
No,
your
wait,
whole
no,
life
no, no,
was
never
a
mind, never
lie.
mind.
Kind of like
Forever in the
that.
Day was
What
okay.
you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? You ain't nasty. Yo, I fucking love this album, bro. Let's go, bro. All right, but nah, man. So, hey, Woo, say it again. Send us home, big dog.
We going live,
Ah.
live from the underground.
Oh my God. And he wants to talk about Empire of the Sun's tones. Like,
I'm mad. Why is this category on a live album?
because it's live from the underground. Yeah, I forgot, man. I forgot about the education system in goddamn Canada, bro.
But like,
Let's slow this shit.
They ain't got no proper underground up there.
it's just
I
it's just
forgot.
wild. It's
The
just wild
underground
that
of
is.
Canada is America. My bad. Here you go, big dog. Yeah, we're gonna help you out.
I feel it's wild. Man.
Oh
Where you?
nah, Crit. This 16 songs, big fella. That's a lot.
59 minutes though.
Right. Also, multiple of them go over 4 minutes. I don't know how. Well, this is gonna be the first
Oh
album
my
that Wu
god,
recommends, and he immediately gonna give a zero.
Oh, yeah.
per hour though.
Factual. Okay, better,
Dude, hey,
better.
I was about to do a Pee Wee joint, but woo, you talking
Hey,
about 18, 20?
free Pee Wee, man. He ain't do it. He ain't do none of that. If he did,
That was
that means all his lyrics was true. That means all his lyrics was true. If Pee Wee did 5% of what they're accusing him of, that means most of his music was 100% accurate. It's like Jesus Christ. All right, man. We'll bring us home, big dog.
Unless the big crit when he has hair.
Racism.
what?
Jesus. Out of left field.
Um,
Just random.
I'm out.
hey, what Cheddar signed off was, bro?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Deuces, guys.
Jeez.